Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to my video, Why I'm Voting Yes Tomorrow. I'm voting yes tomorrow in the independence question because I want a fairer society for my kids and my grandchildren. I want to give them what as adults we never had, a country of our own. And we're not just a one-trick pony in Scotland. Yes, we have oil in abundance, but we also have many other natural resources. Resources such as the food and drink industry, we have shipbuilding, we have tourism, and we have unlimited resources when it comes to alternative power. I would like to ask the Better campaign one simple question. If we're going to be better together by voting no, then why aren't we better together now? My reason for voting yes isn't, as is said by the Better Together campaign, a vote for hating ordinary English people. That would just be stupid. I have English grandkids and I have English nieces, and I am equally as proud of them as I have of my Scottish ones. What I want is a more just and fair society for Scotland, in a country that is ruled by people who know what is best for Scotland, and when we vote for a certain party, regardless of what it may be, we get the party that we voted for. After all, Westminster has already wasted £250 million, courtesy of Ian Duncan Smith, supposedly upgrading the benefit system. Why is this a waste of money? Well, for one, in over 3 years it hasn't worked properly. There are also only 55 million people, roughly, in the UK. Now, had he handed every one of them £1 million, we would have no need for a benefit system. But no, he would rather waste £250 million of taxpayers' hard-earned cash on systems he was told would never work, on a system which has again failed. And by voting yes tomorrow, I want to protect our elderly, our disabled, and our children. After all, I hate the fact that over 100,000 Scots kids are already in food banks. I'm afraid I don't have the figures for England. And yes, we've been threatened in the media, you will lose banks if you vote yes. And that is actually true. We will lose banks, food banks. Why should Scotland be tagged as the only country to have discovered oil and yet get poorer? Why, when if we vote for a Labour government, an SNP government, God forbid a Tory government, or any other political party in Scotland, we don't get what we want? Because English MPs outnumber us, and if the English people vote for a Tory government and we want a Labour government, or we want an SNP government, we don't get what we want. And by voting in an independent Scottish government, what we will get is a government that is voted for by us, that cares about what happens to Scotland. I've heard all the scaremongering stories, some of them quite funny. Aliens will attack you, the SNP can't guarantee that Arthur's seat won't suddenly erupt. Yeah, I can see that happening. I want to have kids who can eat better, are healthier and better cared for. I don't want to live in a society that punishes the disabled for being sick. I don't want to live in a society where kids of working people, not just those in benefit, are forced to go to food banks. What kind of country are we really building? Are we really saying we want more of the same, more austerity, when by voting yes, what we will get is a richer nation? Scotland will be the 14th richest nation in the world. That's even ahead of the rest of the UK. But we won't be abandoning them. After all, they have export items we need. We have export items they need. So trade between the two countries will continue. And harking back to banks leaving, no bank in history anywhere in this planet has ever left a country where it's making a profit. These are just scare stories yet again. And I would like to ask as well, if you are given the choice Do you really want to see your kids, your grandkids suffer? Do you want to suffer? Do you want to continually work for a lower working wage? We get a minimum working wage, yes. We don't get a living working wage. Let's put an end to the injustice in Scotland and the waste that David Cameron, Nick Clegg and Ed Miliband say, oh, if you vote no, we'll be better together. We all know we won't be better together. We will, of course, lose all our food banks. That's only natural. What I can say is I would like to have a vote for a better life and a better tomorrow. Not just for us, for our kids, for our grandkids, for future generations. I implore you once more, please vote yes tomorrow. Take Scotland's independence back. Give us the right to be a self-governed people. Alba Gabras.